What's good, y'all? You know what I mean? Y'all see Cat and Dave the debate. You know what I mean? My man Vic. You know what I'm saying? So we about to debate this Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle thing, man. Vic, what's going on, man?
What's going on, bro?
Chilling, man. Chilling, chilling. Well, look, we everybody has a different perspective on this, man. And my perspective on it is that I feel like Dave was basically saying, like, yo, Cat, man, like we know each other, brother. Like we all the comedians are together. We know each other. We're around each other. Why are we doing this? Like, this makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's his position that he was making. Because it's like, yo, we like Cat, cut it out. Like, we see each other all the time, bro. Like, you could literally come up to me or come up to this person and that person and talk to me. And it's proven. We looked at the Def Comedy Jam joint and everybody was there. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was right there where and I like how Dave even shouted him out during that time. You know what I mean? Let him know, like, yo, like, yeah, I know you may not agree with everybody politics or whatever. You may not like Kev or whatever. May not like Seth or Steve, but yo, we are a family, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's stop all this division. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what Dave speaks to. You know what I mean? And for me, I'd rather come from Dave because for me, Dave don't hold no punches and he don't got no type of agendas. The rest of them cats I don't really know about. You know what I mean? They got their little sponsorships and their TV deals and all that, right? But I feel like with Dave, he unfiltered and uncut. This man walked away from 50 million. You know what I'm saying? So he's certified as far as just his integrity. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's perfect, but that's what I'm saying. So I think he was saying, like, yo, dog, like, just stop. Like, let's, like, I'm not saying these cats is perfect. We know that they done you wrong, but yo, stop with all this bull crap, man. Like, let's be united. Let's work as a comedy family, and let's move forward. And I think that was the message that he was trying to bring forth. But go ahead, Vic. I'm gonna let you get your spiel on it.
I love Dave Chappelle. I love Katt Williams. Like, bigger than celebrity, bigger than I like his jokes. I think I respect each of them as much as you can respect a man you never met in person. Um, that's something that I don't hand out, willy nilly. Um, for instance, Boosie. I was gonna write this nigga when he was in jail. I'm glad I did it now, but I had a certain air of respect for that man before he started talking. You understand? These gentlemen have done enough talking outside of their profession for me to, I think, get a large enough sample size to see what kind of men they are. So I feel like they're on a similar plane as far as intentions, motives, character, integrity. So I wouldn't hold one over the other as far as integrity is concerned. So now we're talking about strictly a difference in approach. And if Malcolm had a way about himself versus Martin, but at some point they understood that there was no need for me and you to get into it because we're after the same goal, even though we have different approaches. But if Malcolm would have came out and been like, we ain't doing all that pussy ass kumbaya shit, or if Martin would have came out and been like, oh, we ain't going on that thuggy, you know what I'm saying, any means necessary shit, nigga, we got respect out here, all that coming out with all these people all in the street causing the, you know what I'm saying? It would have been counterproductive to the movement, even though they may fundamentally disagree about approach. And I feel that even though Dave Chappelle has a conflict with Katt's approach, Katt came, he only ever said nothing but uplifting things about Dave Chappelle, his character, and who he is. And though he may disagree with certain things Dave Chappelle has said, he's never publicly said any of those things. So, and Katt's not the type to hold his tongue. So for Dave Chappelle to publicly, because I think that there's no problem with Dave Chappelle having a different opinion, but just like you said, hey, You know these guys. He could have got in contact with Cat and said, "Hey, Cat, listen, man, you killing the internet right now, but I don't know if that's the best approach going forward because you can't get the genie back in the bag." So saying something now, you would have to have an agenda to say something now because Dave Chappelle is highly intelligent. The same way LeBron is calculated from the press conference before he ever tipped the ball off, so is Chappelle. So is Cat Williams. So I don't think any of this is just off the cuff. So for Chappelle to say that he's hurting comedy, I think that is short sighted. I think that what Cat was trying to do is the equivalent to what Kendrick was trying to do in the music industry when he created this quote unquote freestyle where he took shots at everybody. He don't hate them dudes, but he did call them all out. He did set the difference in the line between what's hip hop and what's not. He did reset the bar. And I think that's what Cat was trying to do was reset the bar, say, hey, look, we're not all the same. Stop grouping us. And even if you give them boys credit, accolades, and record sales, they not on this level. If you want authenticity, this is the difference between that kind of dude and this kind of dude. He just drawn a line in the sand. He didn't push anybody under the dirt. Those people already knew those things. People who were genuinely Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, Cedric the Entertainer fans, they ain't going nowhere just because Cat said some disparaging things. And if they are, they was never really truly fans. They were just passing in the night. So I don't think Cat did anything to hurt comedy. We think about that.
Okay, now Vic, hold on that. Now, listen, I'll say this right. I understand that Cat may have had some grievances, right? I'm not disputing that fact at all. My only thing is that I think, and you know, even in YouTube, right? Even I've done this where it's like, yo, like y'all gotta stop going at each other, man, because it's messing up the scene for everybody. Like we all want to the same thing. We all want to rock with each other. We all want to chill with each other. But if we are constantly going at each other, I'm saying. So I think that's kind of what I'm saying. The approach that whatchamacallit is trying to take. Dave's trying to take. Dave was like, yo, like, dude, like we are a family. Like we got to stop this infighting. You know what I'm saying? Because the reason he's saying it's hurting comedy because it's like, yo, it's because he looking at it from even a standpoint where he looking at it from a racial appetite too. I think like, yo, this is one of the few avenues that our people really have. You know what I mean? We could really make a good amount of money. You know what I'm saying? Why go at each other? Why not just keep together? You know what I'm saying? Even though, like, we're not always gonna agree, right? We're gonna butt heads. We're not always gonna agree. You know what I mean? We gonna have our times where we don't like what this person said or the politics of how this person moved or whatever, right? That's all fine and dandy. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we are one, man. We are a family. You know what I mean? Let's put all that BS aside and let's really be a real family, man. So I think that's what he's really speaking to. Now, you know, so and I like we agree. Yes, you can't tell another man how to really speak or how to really move, right? I think we all understand that in essence. But you know what I'm saying? If me and you are both in a field, right, and we are masters in this field, like we ain't just no regular cats, we are masters in this field. We have mastered the art of comedy. You know what I mean? There's only a few people, and this is a short list, who have mastered comedy to their degree. Within our culture. I'm not talking about a George Carlin. I'm not talking about, Mel Burns and none of that. I'm talking about other people, who are masters as well, right? Or Seinfeld or something like that, right? You see what I'm saying, Vic?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying them type of cats. And them cats are masters, right? I love Seinfeld. I love George Carlin. They are masters. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But I'm talking for our people, right? It's a
Okay.
short list. And we know who that list. We already know who on that list. Red Fox, you know what I'm saying? Pryor, Cosby, you know what I mean? Murphy. And you can just stop right there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We can stop right there. You know what I mean? Because it's funny how three of them dudes was all in the same movie together at one point. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know what I'm saying? So like, and I'm talking about Harlem Nights. If y'all ain't never seen Harlem Nights, go watch it. Great movie. You know what I mean? Um, so due to that, because these two have cracked that, right? And I'll throw Chris Rock in there too. Let me not disrespect Chris Rock because he's in Red Fire too, right? He's earned that right. You know what I mean? Some people don't like Chris Rock, but we cannot deny Chris Rock is in that lane. You know what I mean? So, and then I think after Chris Rock, it's you could say Bernie if you want. I think Bernie just ain't have enough time to really get cooking. You know what I mean? But definitely Cat Williams is up there. Definitely Chappelle is up there. I would say, I would say Steve is kind of middle ground. Cedric is kind of middle ground. Even though they do a lot of things outside of it, they're not really that rarefied air. You know what I mean? Where like they really embrace the culture and they change the way comedy is done. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so Cat and Dave are in that rarefied air, man, with Chris Rock and Eddie Murphy and Red Fox and all them. Richard Pryor, of course, you know what I mean? Who,
Right.
who, who arguably is the GOAT, right?
Okay.
Like, they're in rarefied air. So I think it's one master calling out another master. And only a master could call out a master.
Right.
You know what I mean? This couldn't be done by Steve because Steve ain't a master. Couldn't be done by Kev, even though Kev is more successful literally than mostly everybody, right? Except for Eddie Murphy, right? He
Right.
can't do it because he's not a master. You know what I mean? And everybody understands that. Everybody understands how Kev does his jokes and his routines and who was written by, who was not written by, correct? That's already
Okay.
understood. You know what I mean? Maybe a Wayne's,
Kevin Hart is Drake.
yeah, yeah. Maybe a Wayne's brothers could have called them out, but they more of a conglomerate. They not really like no one of them is a master like that. Maybe the older one, maybe the oldest one, Keenan Ivory, you could probably say is a semi master, but I'm talking about like yo, like you universally known as that guy. I even throw Robert Townsend in there somewhat too. For those who do their research, Robert Townsend may be in that field too, right? Because him
Okay.
and Keenan, they pen game is crazy. Keenan Ivory
Okay.
and like I really study comedy, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hey,
I really
you can't bring Robin Townsend and then don't say Robin Harris.
study. Okay. Robin Harris too is up there too. But I'll just say Robert Townsend,
Yeah,
his
his
pen
pen game is crazy.
crazy, dog.
Un-
Hollywood Shuffle. I mean,
underrated. Yo, he's the ghost writer, ghost writer.
yo, Robert Townsend is the man on the low that y'all don't even really be knowing about,
I don't
dog.
even have any idea.
Do your research. Do your research on Keenan Ivory too. Do your research. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't even know Keenan helped Eddie Murphy with his comedy special. That's a whole nother topic for another day.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
I'm saying, all I'm saying is this, right? That he a master checked the master, and it wasn't wrong for what he said. I think all he's trying to say is like, yo, Cat, man, let's try to find a way to deal with this in a more civil way. Like he not the thing is that he didn't disagree with Cat, right? He knows what's going on. That's clear. He know that these dudes are doing things on the under, but he's telling Cat like yo, let's just work together and
How,
help to get to a better place amongst each other, and maybe we could all still work together because they're gonna have to work together anyway, right? It's gonna have to happen anyway, right?
no,
So I
bro.
think that's what you
You
should say.
don't have to work together. Now the question would be, if your point is, I don't have a problem with you having a conflict with somebody, but you could have done that privately, because his overarching point, which is what him and D Ray were going back and forth about, which is, he said you fucking with somebody's money. He didn't say family. He said you messing with these men's careers and their livelihoods, which is a punishable offense in real life. So the question would be, how accurate is that statement? And even Gary Owens, including Mike Epps. Mike Epps said, "Hey, nigga, we did a movie together. I'm just mad you didn't mention me," because the actual fact is that every single person that he mentioned, good or bad, numbers, ticket sales, clicks and views, everybody has been looking at every single name that he mentioned. good or bad. So that publicity was great for everybody he touched, including the people that he insulted. So at the end of the day, in the entertainment game, results matter a little bit more than style and approach. So whether it was intentional or unintentional, strategic or not, he actually helped everyone that he spoke of, which I think was the byproduct. Kind of one of those like, hey, like eminent domain, when the city just comes and takes your property after you won't give. I think it was one of those cases like, look, I'm taking it, but here, take this money anyway. Now you don't have a choice. So at the end of the day, I feel like Dave Chappelle was trying to say, hey, you didn't have to publicly excoriate these guys. But you're doing that while you're publicly excoriating these guys. I have Katt Williams. You know what I'm saying? He's like, it's almost hypocritical. Like, bro, you can get in contact with Katt Williams. You could have said everything you said privately, and your point would have been strong. And you wouldn't have undermined the movement that Katt is trying to start. Especially when he did not. Now, if he would have came at Dave Chappelle and said some old fuck shit about Dave Chappelle, then I can see why Chappelle like, hey, listen, buddy, hey, you didn't have to take that approach. But Chappelle was only uplifted in all of that. So at the end of the day, I'll say this. I got into it with another content creator about what they felt was interference. You interfering with our beat. You ain't got nothing to do with it. So in this case, I was the Chappelle in the situation saying, hey guys, listen. I fuck with both of y'all, you're not necessarily wrong. Let's all be family, lift each other up type shit. But even if you're not, my point was, I don't like the conversation being had publicly without, you can have whatever conversation you want privately. But if you're going to have a conversation publicly about somebody who's available for you to talk to, that's just gossiping and that's bitch like, in my opinion. Talk to the person. Then I don't got nothing to say. If Katt Williams was sitting down, talking to Steve, talking to Fed and blah, 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 no one has a conflict. It's only when you're talking about people when you have the opportunity to talk to them. And I think he did do that. So I can't blame a man for speaking his truth about people he did talk to. But if you didn't offer them that opportunity to have the conversation privately before you exploit, that's when I have a conflict. And I think Katt followed all of the procedures. So if Dave was going to correct him, you know what I mean, it would have been one of those behind the scenes type stuff. Hey, listen, man, I got said on the phone. Let's work this shit out. But I don't think calling Katt out publicly for something you know he's right about, you know what I'm saying, as the point, making your hill that you die on about messing up someone's money. If your money is gotten on ill-gotten gains, I don't listen. If you robbed an old lady or you selling dope to the hood, I don't care that you got robbed, nigga. I don't care that the robber robbed the robber. You can't call the police and say, "Oh, these niggas took my dope." No, you can never do that. You just got to eat that. So if you know that your gains were gotten ill-gotten, just say, "Hey, damn, it was fun while it lasted. Now let me go get some more. Make another hole." If you can't do that, then you already know you was inauthentic. How can another nigga take your shine? Nigga, if you shining, all you can do is try the block. And that can't last forever if you really shining. That's all.
Dang, man. You trying to filet me yummy on my own thing. Oh, man, make it funny.
Hey,
Listen, man, but this okay. I think he felt like he had to handle it publicly, right? Because it was done publicly. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Even though, yes, this is not his battle, but you gotta understand, Chappelle looks at himself, and even we look at him as a leader, bro. Right? Chappelle's a leader. He knows that. You know what I mean? Katt is a leader. You know what I mean? So leader to leader, like I said, it's master talking to master. It's leader talking to leader. Yo, come on, homie, because at the end of the day, what he's saying is so true. We gonna see each other anyway, bro. You gonna come to the cookout anyway and grab a plate, homie. So why you arguing with your cousins and them if you know you about to grab a plate too? You know what I mean? We about to all sit up in here and eat. Why are we arguing for, dog? You know what I'm saying? It ain't like we ain't gonna sit up here, you know what I mean, and continue to go back and forth. And when grandma bring out the pork and beans, and she bring out the barbecue and the chicken and all that, and the potato salad and the mac and cheese and all that, right? That we ain't gonna all sit here and eat. We gonna all sit here and eat together. Like I said, the Def Comedy Jam showed us that. Like, dog, they all rock with each other. You know what I mean? On the It's directly or indirectly, they're always gonna run into each other. You know what I mean? And I think that's the part that Dave Chappelle was trying to show him. Like, yo, Cat, yo, like we always gonna run into each other, dog. Like, why you doing this? Like, you don't gotta do it this way, dog. And I know D Ray felt the way, like maybe he should have did it that way or whatever. But yo, D Ray, like, yo, you're not qualified to really speak right now. This is master talking to master right now. This is one leader talking to another, dog. This is big country talking to another big country. Yo, chill. Come on, man. We better than this. You better than this. You know what I mean? In fact, he's trying to tell Chappelle that Chappelle trying to tell Cat Williams that he needs him. I need you, bro. I need you to be better, bro. You know what I mean? Because who you are in this space is so big. You know what I mean? You don't got time to be doing the stuff that you're doing, man. You know what I mean? I need you to stay focused, homie. You know what I mean? That's all he's trying to do. Now listen. You know what I mean? You know, do I believe it will be effective? I don't know. I don't know how what's gonna happen. I can't predict the future. You know what I mean? I can't say this is gonna work or if Cat's gonna receive it well or whatever. You know what I mean? But I do commend one leader from stepping up and saying, yo, leader to leader, dog. Come on, man. We gotta do better than this. You know what I mean? And so that's what happened in that instance, man. One leader called out another. You know what I mean? To be better. And that I ain't got a problem with because he qualified to do it. You gotta have qualifications to do certain things. And Dave definitely is qualified to do it, man. So I salute him for doing it. You know what I mean? I'm glad he did it because sometimes I think within our people, man, we a lot of times one of the codes we definitely gotta live by is when one person is in a position to do something great, you know what I mean? That they have that and they see another person in the same position that's gonna do something great. Me and you both leaders of the team, or me and you both superstars, yeah, we gotta call each other out to be better, man. That's a part of growth. So grown man and grown man, I'm pretty sure they're gonna call each other on the phone. Cause I know Chappelle is that type of cat. I know Cat is that type of cat. That's clear. They're gonna definitely call each other on the phone. That goes without saying. But yeah, man, I'm glad that Chappelle did that. You know what I'm saying? And I think we gotta see more of that in our community, man. We gotta really start talking to each other, man to man, and like I said, leader to leader. You know what I mean? If you're qualified. I mean, if you're not qualified, it's another story. You know what I mean? But if you're qualified, definitely call it out, man. But go ahead, Vic.
Okay, I'll close with this. I don't want to see my two favorite uncles fight, but this one uncle who get his plate in a to-go plate and go eat it in the car every Thanksgiving, he tired of that shit. Cause he can't stand to be in the room with the rest of these liars talking loud sitting at the table. Who done did all kind of fucked up shit to the family. Who done stole out of mama pocketbook. Who done took little so and so over here. And we all sweep it under the rug even though we know better. And you gonna come in here and tell me, oh, this ain't the time we supposed to be together. We ain't supposed to be fighting. This is time for togetherness. Bullshit. How the hell how we gonna build on this with these lies? Everybody understands that America is a house of lies and sin and destruction and The race to the race is built on blood. You cannot be prosperous when your origin is built on defeat. And I think that the idea is great about togetherness. Dave is correct about his intentions of what he said. But I think Katt has every right and the obligation as someone qualified to be the one to call it out. There's a lot of people who want to call stuff out who can't call it out because they ain't qualified. Jesus could say certain things because he was qualified. He's like, listen, man, I don't care how much y'all read. You don't got nothing you can call me out on. And they kept trying. What, you trying to pull somebody outside the dick on the Sabbath? Ain't that like working? Like, nigga, Sabbath for the man not for the Sabbath. So anytime there's someone trying to set the record, there's always gonna be somebody trying to nitpick them about technicalities and what they would consider hypocritical. However, the message still needs to be heard from the appropriate messenger, because anybody else saying what Katt said will get shut down because somebody just do the research behind them and discredit them. It's hard to discredit Katt because he's probably one of the his integrity intact the most out of the majority of the people who are taking that Hollywood journey. And the people are tuned in because all of these things were conspiracy and things that people never were able to publicly confirm. He is taking a chance, a literal chance, with his freedom, with his health, with his life, by saying everything that he said publicly. Because trust me, he did not just step on comedian toes. You got to understand that it's greater than him trying to shock, jock, and get some views. He is literally in a fight that is so great and so dangerous that this isn't to interfere with his principles. And as correct as Dave Chappelle may be, this is a time that I'd like to see that uncle sit down and let Uncle Smoke do what Uncle Smoke do. And sometimes you have those family functions that get a little ugly, but they were a long time coming and they needed to be addressed so everybody can breathe comfortable, because nobody else is ever going to take on that battle the way that Uncle Smoke do. And Katt Williams is our Uncle Smoke, and I'm good with him. I'm the nephew, you know what I'm saying, that stand out with Uncle Smoke. And he passed me the blunt. And he know he ain't supposed to. He telling me about, who I need to be. So at the end of the day, you're always gonna pick a side, and every family, there's gonna be things that need to be addressed. And I think we could all kind of learn from that. I think both of those men are correct, but you're gonna side on one side or the other. But I don't think we need to get caught up into creating a separate fight amongst ourselves between which side you should just try to understand both sides and that they're both necessary. Malcolm.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, Vic. I think that overall, I think both men kind of, I think they fight for the same team, man, and I think that we got to just keep that in perspective, man. They fight for the same team, and I think they both do want our people to be better. To be honest with you, I don't think neither one of them want to see our people fail. You know what I mean? And they definitely want to be. They want to see our people take it to a different level and to have success more than just monetary. I think both of them equally desire that. Now the way they go about it may be different, right? Like you use the Martin and Malcolm one, and there's about to be this fly Martin and Malcolm series about to come on. I think Hulu and Disney Plus. next month. Vic, I hope you watch that joint. I'm gonna see you the trailer if you haven't seen it already. But bro, this thing about to be fire.
Hold on, tell
Um,
me about this. What happened on Disney Plus?
it's Disney Plus and Hulu. They got this Martin Luther King and Malcolm X joint from National Geographic. It's a
Huh?
it's a TV series they about to drop, right? And you got these actors playing Martin and Malcolm and their wives and all that. It looks fire. I'll send you the
Mhm.
trailer, brother. I'll send you the
Okay,
trailer. But yeah, man.
we'll talk
I
about
might, I'll
that.
probably, I might even review the trailer before it even drops, man. That's how fire it looks.
Yeah.
But but yeah, man. With that being said, you know what I'm saying? Look, y'all. Hmm. There's the Cat and Dave debate, man. We gonna do more of these, man. We got some stuff we gonna cook up for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? And we doing this because we want to give y'all content, man, that's original. You know what I mean? That's that's just reflective of just reality. You know what I mean? And that just speaks to our experience and our culture, man. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, y'all, you know what I mean? We are out. I'm gonna drop a little music real quick. You know what I mean? And we're gonna definitely roll up out of here, y'all. Peace.
Hey.